Hello viewers, today I'll show you a lovely original Valentine's Day special recipe which I have named Triple Sandesh Bengali Dessert, a real labor of love for your special Valentine, whoever it is. For this recipe, I will need around 420 grams of homemade chana or paneer, around 110 grams of palm jaggery or nolen gur, 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder, around 2 tablespoons of molasses, which is similar to gur or jaggery in taste, 3 tablespoons of saffron infused warm milk, 75 grams of golden castor sugar, 4 tablespoons of double cream, some golden raisins, some sliced pistachios or pista, almonds or badam, and cashews or kaju, and some saffron for decoration. Place the chana or paneer in a big tray and crumble it with your hands as I am doing here. Knead and grind the chana into a fine paste like I am doing here. This will take around 10 to 15 minutes and needs a bit of muscle power. The mixture will come together into a ball after some time, which we need to cut into 3 more or less equal parts. Knead each of those balls a couple of minutes to make them smoother still. That's how you are going to knead the balls again for a few minutes. That's the chana kneaded and ready for sandesh making. Add a bit of water into a pan. Add the palm jaggery and melt it. You need to make sure that the pan is on low flame. Then add one of the chana balls and slowly mix it in, stirring all the time. When the mixture starts coming off the sides of the pan, it is ready to be taken out. You can dry it out further, but I am choosing not to because I want a soft grainy consistency. Keep it aside for half an hour at least to cool down. Now I am going to make the Kesar pista sandesh by combining the golden castor sugar and one of the chana balls in the pan over low heat. Add the saffron infused milk into the pan, some of it, not all of it, and mix everything in, stirring constantly. Let the mixture thicken. Keep stirring constantly. Now it's time to add the chopped nuts into the pan. Some of the chopped nuts, not all of them. And give it a good stir. Take it out onto a plate and let it cool down for at least half an hour. To make the chocolate sandesh, Place a chana ball in the pan and add 2 tablespoons of the molasses. And mix it into the chana. Then add 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder and mix it in. We need to bring the mixture together over low flame, stirring constantly until we get a sauce-like consistency as shown here. Let it dry out a little bit more, and then it's time to take it out and let it cool down again for at least half an hour. Now in a saucepan, add the double cream. And the remaining saffron milk and mix it in well. Then add 3 teaspoons of castor sugar and stir it in. Then add the raisins and some of the dry nuts into the pan. Give it a mix and bring it to a boil. Give it a stir and then put the lid on and take it off the heat and set it aside. Let's knead the cool dough of the chocolate sandesh. Roll it into a ball and place it on a grease-proof paper. Place another grease-proof paper on top of the ball and then flatten it using a flat utensil. Take the paper off. Using a heart-shaped cookie cutter, cut out a heart-shaped sandesh carefully. Let's place this chocolate sandesh on a pretty plate. On to the next layer of sandesh, the kesar pista sandesh. Let's knead it. Roll it into a ball. Place it on a grease-proof paper and follow the same procedure as before. Flatten it with a utensil as I'm doing here. But this time around we are using a heart-shaped cookie cutter that is 1 size smaller than the previous one. This dough is softer than the previous one, so we need to be very careful. Especially when it comes to placing the sandesh on top of the chocolate sandesh. Now we need to make the smallest of the 3 sandesh, the Nolin Gur sandesh, by following the same procedure as done before. Except this time around we are using a smaller cookie cutter than the previous one. You must have got the idea of what's happening by now. That's the heart-shaped Nolin Gur sandesh. And now we are going to place it on top of the kesar pista sandesh. Take off the greaseproof paper carefully. Let's spoon the rich, indulgent saffron and dry fruit sauce all around the triple sandesh. This is quite a rich dish. Decorate with some pistachios, almonds, and a few strands of saffron, and this beautiful Bengali dessert is ready. You can serve this yummy triple sandesh Bengali dessert either chilled or at room temperature. This is the perfect dessert to share with your loved one for Valentine's Day. Each sandesh has a different taste and texture and can be enjoyed individually or all together. The nutty saffron sauce complements them beautifully. This original recipe of mine is uber romantic and quite classy. You saw it first here. Enjoy!